I got off the car, there was blood all over my face.
Delia Smith has not one but two black eyes and a cut on her head after taking a beating while on a Brooklyn 2 train. Her attacker? A complete stranger, police say this man, seen in surveillance images. It was last week, here at the Flatbush Avenue station. Smith tells Pix 11 News, first her attacker started screaming.
He said in my face, like that far away from me, "If I see Star, I'll hurt Star."
Not knowing what to do, she tried to get help.
I said, call the police, help, call the police. And he just started beating me in my head.
She says the attack felt like forever. She was stuck in her seat, and he kept punching her.
I tried to get him off as much as I could, but he just kept beating me so severely, so bad. I was just thinking, no, this can't be happening. It can't.
What's good, everybody? So you see, she was taking public transportation. Let me emphasize that. Public transportation. Public transportation. What does that mean? She's exposed to the general population. And what's in the general population? People who go to work. Families, mothers, fathers, daughters, brothers, sisters, cousins, but also criminals. And also people who are not in their right mind, unfortunately. We got to pray for them. But that's the reality of the situation. It didn't sound like that dude was in the right mind. So when you're on a train, bus, car, pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to who's getting on and off the bus. Pay attention to who's getting on the train at each stop. Pay attention to who's around you. Pay attention to their body language, to what they're saying, what they're doing, how they're looking at people. And if you feel something in your spirit or you feel like something's off, relocate, sit somewhere else. And you are in the general population. I don't care if you're a regular person. You have to intermingle and insert yourself into the streets. Even if you're civilian and you're not a non-affiliated and you're not a drug dealer and you're not in a gang, you still have to move in these streets. Because you still have to go to work. You still have to go to the grocery store. You still have to enjoy life. So I'm going to need all my viewers, everybody watching this video, I'm going to need you to protect yourself. Have some sort of protection. You know? You don't like guns? If you're open to it, familiarize yourself with them. Like I keep saying, go to a class, get an instructor, shoot some guns, review the law, your state law, review your law in self-defense. And if you're not, the bare minimum, keep pepper spray. Bare minimum. There's no excuse. Pepper spray costs like $11. We buy everything else. There is no excuse at all. None. Turn down that DoorDash plate for $20 and get 2 pepper sprays. You know what I'm saying? Get 2 pepper sprays. You know what I'm saying? Turn down that cologne or whatever you have to turn down for one day. Make that purchase because it might save your life. You know? You're not looking for trouble, but sometimes things have a way of going about. You can't control everybody. You can't control who's around you when you're out in the public. You can't control what they say or what they do, but you can control how you react and what you're going to do moving forward. You can't control that person yelling at you or trying to act tough, which you can control, trying to avoid the situation and walking away. If you notice something, walk away immediately. Get out that situation. Get out of here. It only takes a couple of seconds for things to get Mickey and tricky. And when people get activated, they get activated. So don't wait. Don't wait for people to get activated. Don't wait. You know, pepper spray is a non-lethal alternative. So you're not using deadly force. So it's a lot more justifiable if somebody tries to assault you. You know, you can get the pepper gel or pepper spray. I recommend the gel. I've stopped recommending the spray a lot the more I think about it, because it can get messy. And you're on buses in your car and stuff, and you're on the train. Gel is more containable, and it won't make a mess and spray in your face, and everybody else is on the train and stuff. You choke everybody out. You want to get the intended target, and that's it. So I can't reiterate this enough. There's no reason somebody shouldn't be able to defend themselves. No reason at all. You don't deserve to be assaulted by anyone. Keep pepper spray on you at the bare minimum, so that way you can make it back home to your family. Because there's a lot of, like, the public transportation for me always been tricky. You know what I'm saying? Because there's like mad sketchy people on the train and buses and stuff. So you out of your mind. If you take the train and bus, you're out of your mind if you go out there with nothing to protect yourself. You are out of your mind. It doesn't make no sense. The amount of things I seen on a bus and train, the amount of things I heard, what took place on a bus and train, people getting robbed, assaulted, you know what I'm saying? It's like harassed, you know what I'm saying? Especially women, like, nah, you need some protection. The cops can't be with you 24/7. We absolutely need the cops. They're gonna help us bring people to jail and keep them in there, but they can't hold your hand. They can't be with you 24/7. So what are you gonna do in the meantime? Are you gonna say, scream, stop hitting me, stop? You know what I'm saying? That might not work. So you need something to get them people off you. So protect yourself and be aware of your surroundings. It costs $11 to protect yourself. Wake up. So subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna keep having videos like this. I'm gonna keep drilling it in your head that you deserve to protect yourself. You know, a lot of people say self-love and self-worth is how we speak to ourselves and how we do this and all these things. But yeah, self-love and self-worth is being able to defend yourself and defend your family. You know, you love yourself and you want to protect yourself too. Loving yourself is also protecting yourself and not allowing people to be able to assault you and not being vulnerable to criminals and whatever this negative world has. So that's a part of loving yourself too, believe it or not. Love yourself enough to buy that pepper spray. Love yourself to familiarize yourself with firearms and basic training. Love yourself to get in shape, to be able to fight off people if you have to, and there's no way out of it. Love yourself, take care of yourself. A lot of people take care of themselves mentally, you know, all these other things. But love yourself enough to protect yourself from the world that we live in that's on the decline, if you ask me.
I got off the car, there was blood all over my face.
Delia Smith has not one but two black eyes and a cut on her head after taking a beating while on a Brooklyn 2 train. Her attacker, a complete stranger, police say this man seen in surveillance images. It was last week here at the Flatbush Avenue station. Smith tells Pix 11 News first her attacker started screaming.
He said in my face, like that far away from me, if I see Star, I'll hurt Star.
Not knowing what to do, she tried to get help.
I said, call the police, help, call the police. And he just started beating me in my head.
She says the attack felt like forever. She was stuck in her seat and he kept punching her.
I tried to get him off as much as I could, but he just kept beating me so severely, so bad. I was just thinking, no, this can't be happening. It can't